Hey, so after you watch the Slope Dude video, you should have filled in the adventures of Slope Dude. So puff puff positive, nice negative, this is zero fun, and undefined. He's falling off the cliff. He's yelling the worst word in math language. No, I didn't, but I do need to put the exclamation mark there. All right, so we are going to look at a graph to find the slope. The slope is m. We use the variable m to represent slope, which is found by doing rise over run. Slope describes the steepness of a line. When you do Adventures of Slope Dude, it's just like reading a sentence or a book. You always read from left to right. So anything going uphill, it's hard work, so it's positive. Going downhill, the downhill slide is a lot of fun. That's nice, negative. Zero fun is a horizontal line, and a vertical line is undefined. So read it from left to right. The intercepts, we have intercepts, x-intercept and the y-intercept. This is talking about where it crosses the x-axis. So x-intercept is point where line crosses x-axis. So then the y-intercept would be point where line crosses the y-axis. Whenever you find your x-intercept, it's going to be a point. You're going to have some kind of number for x and a 0 for y. So I put the number sign. So it's some number for x and a 0 for y. That's your x-intercept. You'll have x equals some number. Your y-intercept is when we have a 0 for x and some number for y. So AKA, that means also known as. So for x-intercept, it's also known as the solution, a 0, or also a root. The y-intercept, the only other name it has is b in the y equals mx plus b. So we are going to find the intercepts and the slope from each one of the graphs inside here. We're going to use our highlighter to do rise over run for the slope. We're going to find rise over run. So I'm going to use green for my rise and orange for my run. So you decide which one you want to use. You have two different highlighters. Just make sure to use the same one for your rise and then a different one for your run for each one. So my rise, I'm going to start at one point. It doesn't matter where you start, but you want to go up and right or down and right. The direction you're always going is from the left to the right, just like you read a book. You read left to right. So if I have 2 here, or this number here, which is at what, 0, 2? I'm going to count 1, 2. I'm going to do the jumps. So see how I did jumps with my highlighter? And that is 2. Now with my other one, I'm going to do jumps to get to the other one. So 1, 2, 3. So M equals, rise is 2 over run is 3. So we're going to use our highlighters over and over again. So rise 2, so that meant up 2 and right 3. 2 up, 3 right. So go ahead and write that 2. So our slope is just 2 over 3. M equals 2 over 3. When we do slope, we don't want to write it as a decimal. We just want to write it as a fraction. Reduce it if we can, or leave it where it's at. Okay, our intercepts. So our x-intercept, I'm going to abbreviate intercept with INT. So look at our x-axis. Let's find out where does it cross the x-axis. Let's put a dot there. That's our x-intercept. We want to write the coordinates for that. So you always start at the origin, and you go left or right for the x, and then up and down for the y. So it'd be at -3, 0. Our y-intercept, it's right here, 0, 2. So it's where it crosses the y-axis. So see how the y is labeled? The x. Okay. So you want to do your x and y intercepts and your slope on each one of these. Okay, let's go to number 2. And this was going uphill, right? Puff, puff, positive. So it is a positive 2 over 3. Let's look at the next one. How is this one going? Down, so it's negative. So let's do our rise. So instead of rising up, it's going to go down. Down 2. And then from that point, 1, 2, over 2. M equals 2 over 2. If I have 2, put it over 2, what does that equal? 1. So my slope is 1. So it can reduce down. But why did I put 2? What should I have put? Because it was going down. Yep, I should have put a negative, so don't make my mistake. Put a negative there. -2. And going right is in a positive direction, but going down is negative, so that's why we put the -2 on top. Or the negative on top. -2 over 2 is a -1. So M equals -1. So my slope is -1. So we could do down 1 over 1. See how it's a stair step, down 1 over 1. Or you could do a bigger step, 2 over 2, 2 over 2. But if I just go down 1 and right 1, I'm also landing on the line. Down 1 over 1, down 1 over 1, so on. Let's do our x-intercept. Yep, it is also at -3. Same as the last one, -3, 0. So for the x-intercept, the y is 0. Okay, then our y-intercept, yeah, it's also a -3, but it's 0 left and right down to -3. Let's go to the next one. This one doesn't have points. So we've got to find 2 points where it goes exactly through the what I call it crosshairs of a point. What did you say?
1 and 3. Or 1 and -3.
1. Oh, like right here. So that'd be 1, 0, and then 0, -3. Oh, 2, 3 would also work. Yep. So look, we can make 3 points on there. So you just have to go in between any 2 points, so it doesn't matter. So I'm getting my green to do my rise. I'm going to go from this one to this one. 1, 2, 3. And over 1. And it's going uphill, so it is positive. So 3 over 1 is just 3. We can leave it as 3. But we know that if we see a slope of 3, that really means rise 3, run 1. X-intercept, Y-intercept. Go ahead and write those down. So the x-intercept is at this 1, 1, and then up 0. Your intercepts have at least a 0 in them. If it's an x-intercept, the y is a 0. If it's a y-intercept, the x is 0. 0, and then down to -3. Okay, so we should be on number 4 now. What type of line is this? It's a 0 slope, 0 fun. M equals. Let's go ahead and find 2 points, though. What 2 points do we want to use? -2, -2. And what about 0, 2? So did it rise at all? But it ran 2. So I want you to write it like I'm doing. 0 over 1. No, it's not 1. It's 2, isn't it? 2. When you put that in the calculator, 0 over 2, it didn't rise any. I want you to see how it's going to look. 0 divided by 2 is 0. I found these 2 points. You can pick any 2 points. So we could have done this one and done 0 over 4, which anything with 0 on the top and a number on the bottom is 0. So the way I remember this is think about when you go shopping. If you put 0 being eggs, you put your eggs on the top of the cart, your eggs will be okay. But what if you throw the eggs on the bottom of the cart and you start stacking things on them? They're going to crack, so that's not okay. This means eggs on top is okay. Eggs on top is okay, which means it equals 0. Write that down. It's a way to remember it. Okay. Okay meaning equals 0. You're not going to say any cuss words there, right? If the eggs are on top of the cart, your mom won't get mad at you. Your dad won't get mad at you. If they put eggs on the bottom of the cart or bread on the bottom of the cart, yeah, because they get smushed. No, you don't. Let's look for the x-intercept. Does it cross the x at all? So we'll write none. Then our y-intercept. Yeah, -2. Yep.
Wouldn't that too on the bottom of there be negative?
No, because I went right, too. Because I didn't go up or down. I went right. Right is a positive direction. Okay, let's go to the next one. Find 2 coordinates. It has to go, what is it? So -4 on the x-axis, -3 on the y-axis. Okay, so go ahead and do it with your rise color. So down 3 would be a -3. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. When we go right, that's in a positive direction. And when we do our slope, we're always going right. So the denominator will not be negative when we count on a graph. So it's just -3/4 is our slope. There's no reducing that. We're going to leave it just like that. X-intercept, y-intercept. -4, 0. 0, -3. Good job. Then number 6, let's just find 2 coordinates. Say the x-intercept, and then let's just go up to here. So -2, 0, and -2, 4 are going to be the coordinates that I'm using. So let's rise. Rise 4. See how we rise 4 to get to that other point? But 0. No. Let's put it in the calculator. 4 divided by 0. Error. Divide by 0. Can we divide by 0? Can I have 10 friends and divide by 0 cookies? Or 10 cookies divided by 0 friends? What is it? All right. So this is like the eggs are on bottom. Eggs on bottom. Right. Not okay. Mom's going to get mad. She might say a bad word. Eggs on bottom, not okay. So this equals undefined. It's undefined slope. Falling off the cliff, like Slope Dude. So if you get an error in your calculator, make sure you read what the error says. It'll tell you what's wrong with it. And it'll also say go to. You could go to where the error was. So not okay means undefined. I already wrote undefined up there, but eggs on bottom is not okay. A denominator of 0 is not okay. Let's write our x-intercept, y-intercept. What's the x-intercept? Where's it at?
4.
Mm-mm.
-2.
-2. Yep. -2, 0.
2, 0, and then -2.
Where is it going to cross the y-intercept? The y-axis. Look at the y-axis. It doesn't. What's our y-intercept? None. Nothing. There's nothing there. It doesn't cross it. So we just put none. Make sure you have this all written down. Then glue it in the next page of your journal.